Hello, lovely people. Nice to see you all. Haven't done a weekly update in a couple of weeks, so I thought I would come on, do a little weekly update. And also, I wanted to talk about mental health. So, we're getting ready to go to near Frome. Tomorrow we're going, in fact, and we're doing an event called the Shine Seminar, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to be talking on Saturday about connecting to plant consciousness, and on Sunday I'm going to be leading a mushroom ceremony, non-psychoactive mushrooms. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be really good. And Giles is going to be there as well, doing a talk on voice empowerment, because he's been running lots of sessions on that recently. So he's going to be doing a talk on voice empowerment, and we're both going to be part of the opening ceremony, which is really exciting. It's quite a lot about the kind of earth energies, this event, so that's really good. Sold out event. And then next weekend I am in Battle for the Uprise and Shine event. So I'm going to be speaking on the Saturday at that event. And Giles has got the Juliette's Kitchen stand, and we'll be talking about thriving on plant-based nutrition at the Mind, Body, Spirit, the Life Arts in Chelmsford. The weekend after, we're in Hay-on-Wye at the Wild World Music Festivals. That's exciting. And Peace on Your Plate will be playing, the Perpetual Choirs will be playing. I'll be doing a few talks there, so that's exciting as well. So loads of stuff coming up. We have quite a challenging situation in our household that takes a lot of strength and energy, and is teaching me an awful lot about myself. My middle son has great issues, really, with life and with sleep, and with his mental health. He's got OCD and anxiety, and it expresses itself as anger quite often, and controlling behaviour, usually around food, which is a big trigger for me, being a nutritionist. So he will restrict his food for quite a long time, and I really struggle with that. And it can be really challenging what we're going through, holding space for him. And it's just me that can do it, because he won't have anything to do with my husband. So it puts quite a lot of pressure on. And that's not always easy. The last few days, he didn't sleep Sunday night. So Monday we managed to get into school on time, well, relatively on time. And then he didn't sleep till midnight that night. So he had a long old time without sleep. And then, of course, the next day it was really hard for him to get up. So he didn't get into school at all on Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, he goes to a forest school, which he loves. But yesterday we didn't get there till 11:30, and today was 11:30 again, because he just can't get up because he can't sleep. Due to contamination issues, he won't take his melatonin, which has been really helping him to get to sleep. So that's gone out the window. So yesterday was really great, because he hasn't been letting me make him his drink recently. And in that drink I put loads of good stuff in, but he hasn't let me do it. And I've noticed a decline, because he's not having those superfoods, those supplements. So his mood has been declining more and more. It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? Because then he won't let me even more. But yesterday I was able to make him a big bottle of like lemon squash. I use the Rocks lemon squash, and into it I add liquid vitamin D, I add heavy metal detox, I add my balance hormone tincture, I add some iodine, what else do I put in there? I put some love essence, sometimes I put CBD in there, and last night I put a little bit of melatonin in, which was good. So he gets lots of, and B12 as well goes in there as well. So he's getting quite a lot of stuff going in there that he's not aware of. And it really has a huge impact on his well-being. You know, mental health and what we put in our bodies are so intrinsically linked. And yet we forget this so often. We're not taught this. So what's very interesting is he's going to be having an assessment soon with the West Suffolk mental health team. And I know they're going to want to put him on medication, but I'm not going to do that. Um, that I don't feel that's the solution. It may be for some people, and I'm not knocking you. If you do that, you have to do what you can to get by. Today I was so distraught. I was trying to get work done, and I just had to constantly keep waking him up and to get him somewhere which I know is good for him. So it's this battle, within me of like, I know what's going to help him, but so I try and do everything I can to get him to those things that will help. But then at the same time, it creates more stress in myself. So today I noticed my stress levels really starting to escalate with the whole situation, because it's been like this all week. And we'd got into a really good routine and rhythm with sleep. Well, much better routine. He was sleeping by 10:30, 11 o'clock. So he was getting up for 8:30, which was great. So we were able to get places by 9:30. So he was having, more time. It's like today he refused to take his lunchbox to go to the Willows because I raised my voice to get him up after 2 hours of trying to wake him up. So he's not going to eat. And that really upsets me and worries me. But on one hand, I just have to let go and surrender to whatever his journey is and just try and hold space as best I can. Sometimes that is really, really challenging. For those of you who have mental health issues yourself or around people that do, it's hard work. And when you've been through psychoses with children and you've been through really big events, it's very hard then to not be in the fear of it going back to that space. So I keep trying to come back to the space that he's going through this for his highest good, and this is his journey, and I can just support as best I can and just be there. But that's not easy. It really isn't. And I'm really passionate about helping people who have mental health issues, because I know that when he's on the regime that I've got and he's taking the supplements, he's 1,000 times better. When he's not, then you see it start to slip quite quickly. So it's this fine, constant balancing act, this juggling of keeping that space as level as possible. That's what I'm trying to do, keep that level. As I said, I can't always do that. And sometimes we have to have those extremes of emotion to find the balance. And I have to trust that. One of the things that I do on a regular basis is I clear the space energetically so that the space has been cleared. And I'm going to do that in a minute whilst he's not here. Go and cleanse his room so that it's not just filled with all this angst. Because sensitive beings, there are so many sensitive beings on this planet at the moment. There are so many people who are super sensitive to everything going on, to the moon, to the Schumann resonance, to, other beings, stuff we can't see or feel, to past lives, to all of this stuff. And so it's about creating a space that is as clear as possible of the energetic debris so that they're not picking up on extra stuff that they don't need to. So that's what I'm about to go and do now. But if you're struggling with mental health, I totally understand. I totally get it, and we're all struggling in different ways with our mental health, especially with what's happened in the world over the last couple of years. It's caused so many more mental health problems because people have been so isolated and cut off from what helps them. And that's really when all of my middle son's issues started, was the beginning of lockdown. He had minor things before that, but that really just pronounced everything. So there's a lot of people struggling. There's a lot of people struggling now. The kids doing exams, there's a lot of pressure on them. So, CBD I find very helpful. My CBD hot chocolate is a firm favorite in this house, and that's a really useful thing. The medicinal mushrooms, super helpful. I have my mushroom mix in pill form or powder form, and that's great. There are medicinal mushrooms in my CBD hot chocolate as well. Detoxing from heavy metals. There's a product called Zeolite on my website, which is great. or zeotrex it's called, which is zeolites, coriander, parsley, chaga mushrooms, so a few other things that help to detoxify the body from heavy metals. So that's really important for mental health. Probiotics for a healthy gut, another really important thing for when it comes to our mental health. Cacao, amazing for supporting our mental health. Garlic, very good to keep the bad bacteria at bay. Doing a parasite cleanse, really good for mental health. Those are just a few things. There's lots more that we could talk about, but those are a few things that can help and support your mental health. So I hope this has been useful. I hope I get to see some of you soon at some of the events coming up. Be really amazing too. We just had our Wild Woman retreat last weekend, which was incredible. I'm going to be running monthly ones starting on the 22nd of June. So if you're interested, it will start with a cacao and mushroom ceremony, and then I will lead some singing. And then we will have a talk. Each month there'll be a different subject and a different speaker potentially. I'm going to start, maybe run the first couple myself. But we'll see. There's going to be other people, lots of great people who are going to come in and hold space within that section. And then we'll have some sharing, and then we will have a little bit more singing, and then we'll close. So it'll be 2.5 hours of just dropping into ourselves in a beautiful yurt in sunny Suffolk. So that's the 22nd of June from 6:30 till 9. So if you'd like to come, there's only 10 spaces, so you do need to book and pay to confirm your space. But that's going to be amazing. And then end of July, dates aren't confirmed yet. End of July, beginning of August, there's going to be another Wild Woman retreat, 2 days, non-residential. You can stay somewhere locally or you can just drive. You can do one or both days, but it's going to be an amazing space to drop into. The reviews from last one were just incredible, so I will be sharing that with you guys. But lots of love to you all. I hope that you have a great rest of the week. And the full moon, I think it's on the 16th, and there's an eclipse as well. I think that's Wednesday. So that's going to be a powerhouse coming up. So stay grounded, get your feet on the earth. And I'm going to be doing a plant update soon because they're growing amazingly. So lots of love to you all, and see you soon.